It's been 5.5 months since I was dumped. I'm now a single parent to my 2 children. My daughter's 6 and my son is 1. It's been a really crazy time. Actually lived the summer and now Christmas in a kind of roller coaster. Every day was a new beginning for me, really, and I want to share with people how you start off at the bottom and then you just rise and rise and rise, and before you know it, you're such a normal person again and you're so much happier and you don't stay miserable forever. Going back to my breakup, they left me with 2 children, and you know, I started out feeling like it was the end of the world. It really did destroy me. I can't hide that. It totally ripped my soul out. My heart was broken. I couldn't think, I couldn't speak, I couldn't eat. I just became a kind of ghost that floated around and stared through television screens. People would talk to me and I just couldn't concentrate on anything, and all I wanted to do was just go to sleep and close my eyes and forget about it and wake up and hope that reality had changed and everything was normal again. But it wasn't. My whole life was turned upside down, and now I've come to terms with it. It's been nearly half a year, and I think everybody has their own time of healing. I mean, I cried myself to sleep every night, and I looked like the living dead. I was a zombie. I was a shell of my former self. I cried all the time. I'd be out in public and I'd see couples holding hands, and it would kill me. It really, really hurt. And I don't think people realise when you're going through a breakup, and nothing people can say can make it better. Nothing at all. You hear things, you see things, you smell things, everything reminds you. Coming home to my house and knowing that he'd moved out, it was like walking into a graveyard. Everything I did, everywhere I went, was memories, and it really hurts. Things that you come to expect, things that you find as normal everyday life. Making a cup of tea and pouring 2 cups. Now suddenly it's just one. Coming home and hearing someone's voice, and now it's just silent. It's such a shock to adjust your life to being on your own when you're so used to living with someone. I was in a nearly 6-year relationship, and everything I did was kind of, you fit someone into your world, and then that person's gone and you're on your own, and it's so crazy. The biggest turning point for me, I went to a wedding, a family wedding. Everyone was kind of delicate around me. They thought, God, you know, we can't talk to her, friends are awkward, people just don't know what to say to you. They don't know how to make you feel better, because what can you do? You can't feel better. You have to mourn, you have to let it out. Seeing the bride and groom say their vows and hold hands and just gaze lovingly into each other's eyes, that really told me, it restored something in my heart that said, you'll be okay one day. You're going to find someone that deserves you, that loves you and is there for you, that will promise you the earth and be so proud of you. You don't have to live with someone that disappoints you and have regrets and feel down. You should never have to feel rubbish in a relationship, and that's how we were towards the end. And I can't be upset about that. I can't be upset that someone was miserable and they wanted to go, because you should do what makes you happy in life. You shouldn't want to be with someone just because you don't want to be alone. You should never be scared of being alone. And I think the hardest thing is when you finish with someone and they're gone, you mourn for them. You think like, God, how does my life adjust? And it is going to be weird. It hurts. It kills. It really does take away every part of you, but then you build it back up again gradually. Every day that passes, it gets that little bit easier. And the hardest thing is to see them lead in their life when you're crippled and you're in agony, you've not slept, you're just so sad and down. To see them out laughing and partying, enjoying themselves, social media sites, you know, girls all over them, you turn into this monster. You just hate everything. I felt sick. I felt angry. I felt let down, neglected, disappointed. Everything that was around me in the world just made me furious, and I thought, why have I been hurt in such a way? But really, it's not the end of the world, I promise you. God, even now, I just feel so normal. You need time, I think, in your life to have time to yourself. You find yourself again. You spend time alone. You don't have to live for other people, because life is about learning to let go of things. And I know that probably sounds quite morbid, but it really isn't. It's to be content in yourself is absolutely priceless, and people come and go in your life. You know, someone could be your best friend today, and then tomorrow might be the last time you see them for 10 years. Could get hit by a bus. I know that sounds morbid, but life is disposable. Nothing is a given. You live for today, and you should appreciate the things you have in your life. You know, you could love someone with all your heart and soul, but if they don't feel the same way about you, tomorrow they're gone, and then you have to move on. You have to live your life, because you never know how long we're here. It's the shortest thing in the world is living, and if you don't do it to the max every day, then you've wasted that opportunity. A lot of people have written to me following my breakup and said how low they are when their relationship has ended. You feel that life can't go on without the person that you found life to be. It can go on. It does go on. God, I'm such a different person now. 6 months ago, I was devastated. My weight plummeted. I was a zombie. I was a shell of myself. I thought, how can I ever find tomorrow? How can I ever be happy? I'm on my own with 2 children. I can't even think straight right now. Like, how can I be a mother and be a woman and find life again? But you do. It happens. And even though it crushes you when you're going through it, when you come out the other side, you are so much more level-headed. I mean, I've grown not just in age, but maturity and life experiences. It's been almost a blessing. I know that sounds crazy, but I've found myself as a person. I've got that time to actually think about what I want, what makes me happy, and to do the things that I love. I don't have guilt that, you know, I'm dragging someone along that doesn't want to be there. I don't have that feeling that, you know, when you get your excitement and you have your enthusiasm for things that you're passionate about, and someone sat facing you looking miserable, you think, God, you don't love what I love, you don't feel what I feel, then why go along with that? Why keep that in your life? Because they clearly don't want that, and you don't want that. So don't be scared of just saying, you know, that's a day. Call it that, and move on and be happy with someone that thinks the world of you, and someone that laughs at your jokes and holds you like they mean it. To feel what true love is, you know, everyone deserves that. I think so many people are scared of being miserable these days, that they'll live in a relationship where they're treated like crap, they're ignored, that you don't deserve it. You have such an opportunity to be with the person of your dreams. So go out and get it. You need to get it out. Let your emotion out. Let everything just fall out of you. Snot, tears, diarrhea. I mean, you go off food. I was a mess. I couldn't wear makeup. I found it hard to even get out of bed in the morning, to carry on with the world. And there's no need not to want tomorrow, because as dark as today can be, tomorrow is another opportunity. It's a day when you can wake up and you feel good. Every minute, every second, every hour that passes is one less that you're going to feel that way. You really do heal with time, and I know that is the worst thing you could say. It's probably just as bad as saying, it's not you, it's me. But it's true, time is a healer. And all you can do at that time, when you're going through the heartbreak of a failed relationship, is just cry, party, drink, meet people, go out, do crazy things. I've never done so many crazy things in all my life than I've done in these 6 months since I've been single. And it's such an eye-opener. I've just found me again. I'm reading books that I haven't had time to read in years. And I'm reading. I learned to ride a motorbike. I went on holiday. I've been shopping and bought things for myself. I'm doing everything that I should have done in a relationship but never did. when you're with someone else, you kind of lose yourself. You become a kind of joint thing. Brad and Angelina, Brangelina. You're not Brangelina, you're Angelina. Be Angelina. Go out and be yourself. Don't feel sad about losing someone in life, because if it wasn't working, if you had them moments when you think, oh my God, my heart is breaking, they don't think about me, they don't do things for me, they're not with me, you know you have that feeling, you know it's not right, don't beat yourself up. Be happy, you deserve it. Go out and be yourself and have a relationship where you're valued, where you're equal, where you're respected, and where you don't have them thoughts and feelings, where you've not got them doubts in your head like, oh my God, am I happy? Because if you have to even question about being happy, then you're not happy. You deserve more. If you look at other couples and you think, you know, they're so loved up, I should be like that. Well, you should be like that. You shouldn't settle for second best. Why be with someone that makes you miserable? You know, I would have done anything to cling on to just mundane miserable, just to have that in my life and to know what I've always known. But in having that choice taken away from me, in you know, being thrown into singledom, it's the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because it hasn't, it broke me, but it's made me a stronger person. It hasn't affected my life in a negative way anymore. It's actually the best thing that could ever happen to me. And it will happen to you. I mean, everyone goes through heartbreak. Every day, there's millions of people. And you're not just going to meet the person of your dreams from day one. Every relationship that you have, you learn from. You have to have the bad relationships, the negativity, the sadness, the heartbreak, the disappointment, everything that can go wrong has to go wrong in order for you to understand and mature and grow and appreciate what's right. You can't know that you've met the right person unless you've met the wrong person. You can't know that you're ready to settle down and have a proper relationship unless you know what it's like to have a crap relationship. And it's all a learning curve. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You can feel suicidal. You can feel like your whole life was going one way and you expect it to always be that way. You take it for granted. It's a shock to the system. It affects every part of your life. They are your world and they're gone. But I assure you, there is more to life than a broken heart. Tomorrow is a different day. Today, you have the rest of forever in front of you. You can meet the person of your dreams in a month's time, a year's time, and you just think, God, why did I ever think of that waste of space? Why did I give them my tears, my heartache? They don't deserve it. They've done you a favour. They've taught you a lesson, and you can learn from it. You take that with you and you apply that to the future. You grow from it, and it's an encouragement. I recommend everybody has a relationship where you're dumped, where it doesn't work out, because that's what teaches you what's important. We don't always get answers in life. Life isn't fair. You don't have the chance to say, come and explain to me what went wrong. Did you cheat on me? When did you fall out of love with me? What made you want to go? You don't get the answers to that. So beating yourself up, it's not going to happen. It's not fair. There's no justice in love. It doesn't happen for someone that's left you to come back and make it right. They don't put things in order. They don't clear your mind, get rid of the questions and the confusion. So don't expect it to happen. Just kind of swallow it and say, okay, digest it. This is what's gone, and this is what's ahead of me. That's the crap out of the way, the poison, the blackness, the darkness. And now a weight has been lifted. I don't have to suffer anymore. I've given you my tears and they're gone. And now that's dealt with. That's in the past. I can be happy. I can move on. I can be carefree. I don't have that weight on my shoulders. And that means more than living through that kind of heavy, tight, chesty pain where your throat closes and you're cloudy and just broken down. I mean, nobody wants to live like that, and you won't live like that forever. Every day you get that bit lighter, you get the sparkle back in your eye, you get the smile on your face, and you meet people that make you feel amazing. I mean, life changes, and the sooner you can let go of the past you can look back and you'll laugh and you'll have memories and you'll be able to say, yeah, we did have good times. We also had crap times. And that's the most important thing, to be able to see it for what it truly is. Because when you come out of a relationship, you're clinging on to everything and you think, oh my God, they were the love of my life and we did all these amazing things. But no, look back at it and see it for what it really was. See it for the disappointment as well, the sad times, the times when you're left feeling hollow because your heart isn't in the right place. You know, that exists. Acknowledge it and then justify it. You know, that's what happened. It's over. You can't bring that back. You're not going to get them years, months, weeks of your life back that you spent with that person. You can't be bitter about it. You just have to say, it happened. That's life, move on. And the sooner you can detach yourself from that, the sooner the pain goes away. You have this kind of time period where you readjust, your life just becomes normal and you're you again, and everyone deserves to be themselves, to say what they want to say, to do what they want to do, and to meet someone that actually fits with them in the way that they should. For people going through breakups, all I can say to you is, please, I was in your shoes 6 months ago and believe me, I hit rock bottom. 6 months later, my life is normal, I'm happy again, and I wish I had a time machine to go back to when I was a sobbing, crying mess, laying in bed in the early hours of the morning just feeling like my life was over. I wish I could go back and show myself me now and just say, what are you doing? Why are you wasting your energy on something that's over? Just be happy and pick yourself up. You know, put on your lip gloss, get out there and just love life, because it's the most amazing thing you will ever do, is be alive, to even be born. You're not in the dark ages, you're not dying from diseases, you're healthy, you're happy, you're alive. Make the most of it, live your life, get out there and achieve your dreams. Meet the person that will make you so happy, you'll just forget about anything that ever existed beforehand. Seize the day and be happy. Ending a relationship that wasn't healthy is the best thing that you can ever do. And even though you feel rubbish now, tomorrow is a new chance, and I promise you, you will be so happy. I love my life now, and before I always had that kind of, I'm happy but, and now I don't. I just have, I'm happy. I'm just happy, and my kids are happy. There's no arguments, there's no disappointment, it's just happy, and that's what life is. I promise you, you're going to find it. Let it out, floodgates open, get rid of it, empty it, it's gone, detox, move on. It's the best thing you will ever do. It's not the end of the world, it's the beginning of tomorrow.